Hey guys, welcome to my podcast. The podcast is called Jerica and Jasper Meeting in the Middle. The reason I named it this is because I'm Jerica and Jasper is my spirit guides who I channel, so we meet in the middle. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about how I do this because it's probably your first time here. So I started connecting with Jasper in 2015. I was meditating for I don't know how long by then, but I meditated every single day, and then randomly one day, my arm got picked up in the air, and it started to spell letters, and I was like, what is going on? I was kind of freaked out, but at the same time, I was open to it because I had been listening to Abraham Hicks, so I knew that she was able to do this, and I kind of wanted to be able to do it, so maybe I manifested that. Anyways, after that, I picked up a pencil and allowed Spirit to write through me. And I was also able to communicate with my grandpa who had passed over. And so I did that for a few years until this year we wrote a book together and started a blog and now a podcast. So that's just a short little introduction. If you guys want to hear more about it, then you can definitely ask, and I can make a video all about that and also how you can do the same thing, because everyone has the ability to communicate with spirit and their loved ones. It's just a matter of practicing. So if you want to learn how, I'd be happy to help you out. Anyways, that's a quick little introduction, and next I'm going to bring forward Jasper, and they'll do the talking from here. Bye! We're going to start off by introducing ourselves so that you know what's going on here. Basically, we are Jerica's guidance system, but we are not just one being. We come forth as many beings, as many different forms of consciousnesses, coming through from the non-physical realm, bringing forward messages to help her and to help others. We communicate telepathically almost. It happens at an unconscious level for her, and she picks up on our thoughts through vibrations, and then she's able to communicate them to you guys through her words and perceptions, but it's always through her perspective on life. That's the thing about channeling. It's always through the channeler's perspective on life. So as much as anyone channeling wants to get out of the way and step aside and let spirit come through, there will be a part of them always shining through those messages, which is never a bad thing. We do like having her perspective come through as well as ours. So we just wanted to do a brief introduction so you can kind of understand how the process works and how she's able to pick up on our messages. We've been doing this for a few years now, since 2015. She started by writing, and now we're into speaking, and we really do love it, because with speaking, our messages come out at a much faster rate, and Jerica can really sit back and relax and allow us to talk through her. And through this process, she feels really, really good. The energy of us mixes with the energy of her, and then she gets flying high. And the reason it's called flying high is because when she sits back and relaxes, she literally feels like she's floating and flying. Her body will just take off and start spinning while we come through and communicate the messages to her. So it's really a great process for both of us, really, because we do love coming forward to bring messages to you that can help you and help you clarify anything in your life. So if there is anything that you'd ever like us to speak about, please don't be scared to ask. We're happy to answer any questions at all. That being said, we do have some things we're going to discuss today, and those are going to be what's going on in the world right now. Does it feel like chaos to you, or is it an exciting time? Are you looking forward to what's to come, or are you dreading it? Are you looking at what's going wrong, or are you looking at what's going right? Because everything is always about your perspective on life, and it's about where you focus your attention most of the time. So you could focus in either direction right now, and you could get that life experience out of it. The beautiful thing about life is that you have the choice. What do you want to experience? Do you want to experience riots and craziness, chaos, and pandemics? Or do you want to experience ascension, enlightenment, awakening, success, abundance? The choice is yours, and either of those choices are valid, and either of them can be fulfilled. And it's not just between the two options. There's thousands of different options, different lives that you could have. And that's the beautiful thing about right now. Right now is a time of everybody really fine-tuning and clarifying what kind of lifestyle they want to be living. Because it's not just a black and white scenario, and it's not just two options. There's many options, and that's what you all are here to learn, that you have the power to choose how you want your life to be lived. Not just on a personal level, but on a macro level as well. What kind of world and society do you want to live in? Do you want peace and harmony? Or do you like the conflict and the rage? Do you want to live in a society where there is no money system, where you don't have to worry about making money, and where you just live to do the things that you love because that's an option? Or do you like living here, where you work hard to get the things that you want? These are the things that you really need to start questioning and just really contemplate, because all of this contrast is helping you to clarify what you really do want to be living out of your life. So if you're not enjoying the contrast, what's the opposite of it? What do you want to be living? You have to really get focused on what it is that you want and stop focusing on what you do not want to be living. And that's why right now is such a powerful time. Because through all this contrast, it's giving you the ability to really, really know what you don't want to be living. And out of those things that you've decided you don't want, that means you know what you do want. So it's a matter of focusing on what you do want. So what do you want to be living? That's something we want to ask all of you. And it's not something you need to answer right now, but maybe you want to contemplate it throughout your day or your week. Sit with that question. But go bigger than your personal lives. What do you want the world to look like? What kind of planet do you want to live on? Because there's so many more planets that are options for you. Earth isn't the only one. You don't have to settle for the society that you're living in currently. And in fact, if we were you, we wouldn't settle for it. We would really clarify what kind of society we want to live in. Do you want justice and peace, equality and fairness? Do you want to live in a society that has your back, a system that helps you thrive? Or do you like where you live? Do you like the way it's set up? Do you like the struggle? Because it comes with satisfaction. These are all questions you need to contemplate, things you should sit on, experiences you need to really decide upon. The ascension isn't an ascending to a new earth that is one earth for all. It is you deciding where you want to go. And then it's a matter of you aligning with that energy so that you can become a match to where it is you're seeking to get to. So if you don't know where you're trying to get to, how are you going to get there? Are you just trusting that there is a new earth for you to ascend to? That can be true. There will be a new earth for you to ascend to, but you have to know where you want to go. You cannot keep looking on where you're at and hoping you're going to get somewhere else. So what we would do if we were you is really fine-tune the lifestyle and the society that we want to live in. Focus on the things that you've clarified that you don't want, and then focus on the opposite. What is it that you do want? Write it down. Think about it often. Start to daydream about what kind of a world you want to live in. How does it feel to live there? Is it peaceful? Is it harmonious? Do you work for the things you want? Do you do what you love there? And do you do it just for fun? Or do you have to do it to make money? All of the things are options. Nothing is off limits. You have the power to create anything you could want. We truly mean this. You can create the world you want, every aspect of it. From the cars you drive, if any, to the time you live in, to society as a whole, to the belief systems, to the food you eat, to the places you can go, to the earth you're on, if any. Open up your mind and expand it to new possibilities. Understand that you have the power to create this. And that's what this time is for. It's for you to fine-tune and get serious about where you want to go. Where do you want to ascend to? The ascension is a personal experience. And it's a personal timeline. And it's going to be different for everyone. So if you're planning on going somewhere better than here, that's wonderful. That's the point of this. But you have to know what you want to go to. Where do you want to move to? What type of people surround you? What kind of frequency are you on? Because you cannot get there if you don't match that frequency. So before we can teach you how to get there and how to ascend, you have to know where you want to ascend to. So use the contrast to help you clarify what it is that you want on a macro level and on a micro level. Think about globally, and then think about your personal life. All you have to do is really think about what it is that you want. Use the negative experiences that have been here to help you clarify. Use them as a way to help you focus on what it is that you want. Contrasting situations always come with a purpose, and that purpose is to help you decide what it is that you do want to be living. Because when you realize what you don't want to be living, you really, really know what it is that you want to be living. So use this time wisely. Use it as a time to help you decide what it is that you want out of this ascension. And then we're going to be talking about how to get you there. So over your next day or so, think about, what do you want out of life? What do you want out of your personal life? What do you want out of a world? Where do you want to be living? Open up your mind to all possibilities. Sit with these questions. And then as they come up, whatever ones resonate with you, know that this is what you truly want. Because resonation is you and your inner being agreeing. And that's what you truly want. So we plan to keep these short just for a little while, so you can listen to them on the go. This is something we want you to teaching you guys how you can really focus on these things to accelerate, think about, and sit with. And then write down what comes up, and then focus on what comes up, because that's how you're going to create ascension and get yourself to this new world, to this new life that you really want to be living. So thanks for tuning in today. So we hope you all have a wonderful day, and we're going to be talking to you soon. Bye-bye.